This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Let's keep it moving here and talk about the next big program. We see Cowboy team with Terry Taylor to face off against the Fabulous Freebirds at various live events. I'm sure you remember some of these matches. You talk about two totally different ways of life, Cowboy and the Fabulous Freebirds. I think you've told the story before where he wanted to know if the Freebirds were on those marijuana pills. So this is a different era for sure.
A different culture,
Yeah,
different society. It was a whole different ball game than we had become accustomed to. But obviously, Cowboy's faith in Terry Taylor was proven right there in the booking. Cowboy and Terry Taylor were tag team partners, and Cowboy normally didn't book himself to lose too often. Not that he would, he did to Cornette and the Midnight Express. They just got some heat on him. But I think Terry Taylor it showed everybody that Terry Taylor was still well thought of by the boss, and off they would go. And again, this roster it always amazed me that we weren't doing better at UWF. It just never quite clicked. And I love the brand, and I know a lot of people love the brand. So, I don't know what all the issues were, but Terry came back and was pretty good. I think even to the point where Cowboy thought about Terry being like a booker.
Wow.
Because he had a real good Terry had a very good feel for the game, but he talked too much, and that was hard for some talents to deal with. And I think over time, Cowboy fell into that same deal. He's getting to be a little bit too high maintenance, and it's not the fact he can't work anymore. He can. It's just that sometimes what he says makes him his own worst enemy.
Let's also mention he's going to wind up dropping the TV title to Buddy Roberts in late September 86, and he's going to team with various guys in a feud with the Freebirds through the end of 86. And he starts 87 with a tag team with gentleman Chris Adams, and they win the UWF tag team titles over Hot Stuff and Hyatt International. Of course, that's Rick Steiner and Sting. Rick Steiner and Sting, Chris Adams, Terry Taylor, Eddie Gilbert, and Missy Hyatt on the outside. Boy, you guys have a loaded roster here in 87.
We got loaded. We reloaded. It was just a different mode of travel, Conrad. Where a company, it's an entirely different world than it is today. Entirely different world. You still have multiple places that you could go to actually make a living, and in many cases, a good living. It's a different ball game. There's fewer places that you can plant your flag and apply your trade than it used to be. And somebody's going to say, well, all these indie shows, look, there's not any wrestler in the world that's going to be honest with you that wouldn't love to be working for AEW or WWE, maybe Impact, somewhere steady money, not this place or that place in these indiscriminate bookings. So we had a good roster. Again, it goes back to Cowboy. A lot of guys wanted to come work for Bill because they had a chance to make big money. The territory was miserable travel because it's about 1,500, 2,000 miles a week in a car. We didn't do planes very often. And so, but Adams and Taylor, they should have been better than they were. I thought they would be better than they were. And I don't know if that was just a chemistry thing between the two of them. Somebody's got to share the spotlight with the other. You got to have a cohesive unit. And I don't know all the time that we got that out of there. Adams could be a little bit of a challenge to manage as his life ended kind of in a tragic way. But that's how Chris lived his life. And so I was never real high on Chris Adams, to be honest with you. Was he a good talent? Hell yeah, a good talent. But somebody that beats up women,
wow,
and things like that, I can't side with that. I can't handle it. So anyway, that's starting a subject we don't need to talk about. But anyway, the Adams and Taylor were should have been one of the best tag teams ever, and they weren't.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.